guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Wimbledon. If we could get 400, 500, who knows, that many likes on the episode. If you're just enjoying the series, do smash that like button. Now, it's been a month of Jekyll and Hyde, basically. There's some stuff we need to talk about. We're going to go through it in a sec, but enjoy some highlights of the games we've played this month and my tears. I'll see you guys in a sec. And out wide for Shaqiri, and it's a goal for Liverpool. And that all came from us not delivering a really simple ball. I mean, it was so obvious, and he just didn't play the pass. Wimbledon 0, Liverpool 1. Shocking. Campbell looks over the top. It's through. Fabio's onside here. Fabio's through. Fabio has equalised for Wimbledon. Wimbledon 1, Liverpool 1. Fabio with the goal. It's a complete smash and grab job there, but we've taken the chance, and Fabio completes the comeback. There we go, guys. Wimbledon 1, Liverpool 1. Look at that clear-cut chances we created in that second half since the changes. Wow. Oh, he's at the near post, and oh, Neil's at the back post. Such a simple goal to concede from a bloody free kick, and it's 1-0 rather to Stoke City. Right wing, Aggers with the ball at his feet. Can he get across? Goes to the byline, back across. It comes Mealy. What a save! Fabio in the back of the net. Wimbledon 1, Stoke City 1, and that is a thoroughly deserved equaliser. We've been great in this second half so far. The 10 men, but we probably could have done even better. Wimbledon 1, Stoke 1. A good result, particularly with the red card. He's gone straight past it. Oh my god. Tackled back into the box, and Ryan Mason puts it in. Leicester 1, Wimbledon 0. We just RS steps up, and it's another goal for Leicester. We're 2-0 down inside 13 minutes. Mason's through again. Oh, for the love of God, don't let them have another one. Philippe inside, and it's 3-0 inside. Fucking hell. 3-0 to Leicester. I mean, this is the same as the game against Cardiff. It really fucking is. Well, there we go. 3-0. I mean, they went through us like a hot knife through butter in the early stages. Cross goes all the way to the back post for Kovacic. Can he pull it across for someone? He can. Mealy's in, and it's 1-0 to Wimbledon. The perfect start to this game. A thoroughly deserved lead taken now. Radek Mealy with the goal, and Newcastle trail. Maybe goes all the way across, and Fabio's in. It's 2-0 inside 10 minutes. Fabio and Mealy. I tell you what, we might be playing bad in some games, but these two are still scoring goals, and that's great. 2-0 for Tobias Agger. Can he get another good crossing? Does. Fabio's header, and it's in for 3-0. Incredible. Wimbledon 3, Newcastle 0. Fabio with 2 of them. Brilliant game so far to Cook. Newcastle putting a little bit more pressure on now. Won by LEICESTER. Oh, he's one back though. Be careful with those balls through. Oh, for God's sake. I mean, the goalkeeper's right there, and he's just not saved it, and I'm so sick of those goals. Like, he's right on top of the ball. How can he not save that? There we go, a 3-1 victory. Newcastle really came at us, but we stood strong for the most part. Kabai steps up and scores the penalty. I don't know what happened there, but it is 1-0 to Palace. Disappointing start for us. Can he get a cross in? Again, goes round his man. That's lovely play. Ball across the box. Mealy's in there, and it's 1-1 here at Selhurst Park. Radek Mealy, Tobias Agger's cross, Mealy's goal, and it's 1-1. Lots and lots of players between him and the goal. He finds Ward anyway. Don't let the low cross go in. Bachmann. Oh, it's gone in anyway. I don't know what to do. I've followed instructions to try and stop low crosses, and they still happen. There we go. 2-1 to Crystal Palace. We're doing our best here. Goko as well. We should have enough to close him down, though, if we could just... Oh, come on, guys. Tyson. It's a simple ball through, and it's a goal. Muto's put it through, and it's a goal for Palace. I just don't even know anymore. Well, there we go. 4-1 Palace. We're somehow still out of the relegation zone. That was shocking in the second half. Right, guys, we're back, and we're going to do ourselves a question of the day. And today's question is this. What do you do for individual training? Do you micromanage? I'm pretty bad at individual training, to be honest. I don't really do a lot towards it because I don't really understand a lot of it. And it's something I really do need to improve in terms of me being able to play FM, basically. It's something I need to learn. So if you've got any tips for me, or what do you do for individual training is more, I basically leave it mostly to my assistants generally. There's a few things I will sort of supersede them on, like with training players and new positions and stuff like that, but for the most part I leave it up to them. And we do have a lot of coaches now, a lot of good coaches, but still, yeah, I would love to see what you guys think about individual training. What do you do? Do let me know in the comments, and if you do have any ideas for a question of the day, drop those in the comments too with the hashtag QOTD. Right, as you can see, we're 18th. Yep, I know, we're 18th. We're in the relegation zone, but we've got 8 points from 10 matches. It could have been a lot worse with the team we've got. I feel like we've pulled off some decent performances, and I think our main problem is away from home. It's so apparent to me now. When you actually look at the form, home record, we've done okay. We've got 8 points from our 5 home games, but it's our away matches. You know, look at that. 5 goals scored, 21 conceded, and no points gained on the road at all this year. Now, I tried something new against Palace to try and combat that with a deeper line, no offside trap, covering defenders to block those low crosses. Nothing is working for us at the moment. So I'm going to keep tweaking that in the away games and try to get some points, because we cannot stay up on home form alone. It just doesn't work like that. Looking at the games we played this month, so... Again, I had some friendlies because we had a bit of a gap, so I decided to get some confidence back. Didn't work, but there you go. Liverpool... we actually ended up going through the middle against them, and that's what we were able to get that goal. We probably could have even won that match. We created so many chances. That was fantastic. Stoke at home was a relatively similar story. The red card to Anderson did mean it was a bit of a late blast, but we got the win. Got the draw. Fabio again getting involved against Leicester away. Unfortunately, what happened was they scored a goal early on through a bit of bad defending, as you saw, and then the penalty was given away. And before I could do anything after the penalty was given away, we got another highlight that went straight through the middle, and after that we were not too bad, but we were already 3-0 down at that point, and nothing we did made any difference. Newcastle was a complete reversal of that. We were superb. They really came at us in the second half, but we stood strong, which was nice. And against Palace, I just don't know. I mean, even after they got the red card, we just couldn't do anything. Everything that I did was tactically correct. I looked at everything in that game and I thought there's nothing that we could have done in that match. Like, they went to a narrow system, we exploited those flanks, we were getting balls in left, right and centre, and the players just weren't playing that well, and unfortunately that one just cost us all sorts on the night. But there you go, that's just one of those things. So we're going to get into today's game against Southampton. We are at home, so we've only lost one home game this year, and that was against Middlesbrough. So I think that's going to be our main source of points, is going to have to be those home matches. Now, you get 19 of them. Technically, if you won them all, you'd have nearly 60 points, but we're not really winning all of them. We've had 2 wins. One of them was against City though, so it can be done, clearly. That's the weird thing. Looking at stats as well, top goal scorer is Fabio, with 7 goals in 11 matches. Is actually fairly good for a team that are performing this badly. Something I've also been looking at is the individual stats page of players, this screen. I was watching a video by Fox in the Box where he explained a lot of stuff to do with that, and I found some very interesting things in that. Like, for example, I'm thinking Fabio's having an extraordinarily good season. He's winning nearly half his tackles, even though he isn't even a defensive player, so it shouldn't make much difference. 61% of his shots are on target, and he's scoring with a third of those. I'd like to see a little bit more maybe of clinical there, but still it's good. He's got decent pass completion as well, some decent chances created. He wins a decent number of fouls as well, and his pass completion is solid. He dribbles a lot, which is fantastic, which made me think that he must have decent dribbling, and he doesn't have that great dribbling, but he does get past people quite a lot. But there you go, that's one of the things I'm looking at. I'm also wondering, guys, if at the end of the season, regardless of what happens, you want to see a special episode that will come out the same day as the final episode, but it'll just be me looking through those players' stats like that, comparing the different roles and trying to figure out what went wrong, what went right, as a kind of like, almost like a post-mortem for the season. It would be a completely separate thing, and you wouldn't have to watch it to enjoy the series or anything. It's just something that some of you might want to watch, but I would do it separately. So if you are interested in that, do let me know. So let's get into this then. We're going to go with the home match. Now, against Stoke, we actually had to play Will Mannion, because of course Bachmann couldn't play against them. So that was another one of the reasons that I think we maybe could have done a bit better on the night. But we're going to go with, oh no we're not, we're going to go with that. That's our home tactic. This, I brought back Orinoco too and made some changes. If you want to see what they actually are, the changes were this. So we're no longer using the offside trap, we're deeper, we are preventing short goalkeeper distribution still, but we're closing down a lot less. Now it's going to take a while for them to get accomplished at that, but that was the plan for the away games, and we had covering defenders to try and block those low crosses. It just didn't happen for us. But there we go. So let's get into the game today against Southampton. Now, Southampton started off well and have really slumped down. As you can see, we could actually go above them with a win today to show you how bad they've been this year, compared to the start of it. We thought they were going to have, look at 25 goal difference for Chelsea after 10 matches. Mental stuff. But at least we're not bottom. I think with the board saying that we could technically survive, it says fight bravely against relegation. Now for me, I don't know if that's, what's your experience with this? Oh, I signed a new contract. They offered me a new contract. So we've got 3 years left on our contract now. So to me, that doesn't strike me as if they're going to sack me, because it would cost them a lot as well, because they gave me more money, 2-year extension. There's a lot of reasons why I think that we could possibly get relegated this year and it not affect the save too badly in terms of us getting sacked or anything. Because think about it, we get like nearly £90 million in TV money this year, and that is much more than we would have ever got in the Championship over like 3 or 4 seasons, meaning that I think that even if we were to go up and come back down, it would still be better for us in the long run than staying there. Oh wow, good save from Bachmann. Yeah, the long range strike that Palace scored really bugged me, because like normally we close down brilliantly, and the one time we decided to try and actually do something a little bit different and stand off, they just thump one in the top corner, or it wasn't even the top corner, but there you go. So hopefully we should be okay this season regardless of what happens, as long as we don't slump to like Huddersfield points total sort of levels. That's the thing I was worried about. But the fact is we're gaining points. Right, Rain Adelaide is actually getting some key passes in already. Where is he playing? He's playing as their attacking right midfielder. He looks like a player that's probably going to torment us, and I wonder if we could get in a bit tighter on him, because we are weak down our left flank, unfortunately. Toure is good, but I really do want to bring someone else in. I'm looking at a guy on loan from Norwich called Alan Granger. Despite the fact that, you know, it's Norwich and they're in the division below, he looks solid as a rock. Kovaric's ball in, headed away. Saville, out he comes. And someone else I want to show you about as well, because basically, when I was doing the first episode where we did the transfers and stuff, hello, Melee, can he slip it through? He can! Fabio round! Fabio takes a shot! Fabio scores! Wimbledon 1, Southampton 0, and Fabio is so good in those areas. Look at that, it would put us 14th. 11 points from 11 matches, and that would be perfect for the way I'm looking at it so far. But yeah, there was a player that I actually signed from the MK Dons, and I know it's the MK Dons, but I think he's their star youth prospect. I brought him in, and when I was looking through my transfers to show you guys, he was the first one we made, and I decided I was going to show him last, just for suspense, but then I completely forgot to show you him at all. His name is Sam Farmer. He's only 16. We paid 3.1 million. Oh, look at that skating from Melee. I thought the chance had gone here when Fabio takes... Oh no, it was tackled, but brilliant from him, and his 8th... I think that's his 8th league goal of the season in 11 matches is superb from him, and we lead. That's a good start, but we cannot afford to let that traipse us. Yeah, we've played a lot of 4-4-2 teams, and Southampton are not one of them. So we're going to go in at half-time, take a little look, see what's kind of happened, and we'll do a little bit of an analysis here so we can sort of dissect what's happened in that first half. We got the goal, which is perfect, but we need a bit more than that. Right, so, wow, we've not made a lot of key passes ourselves, and we've been very, very wide, which is interesting. Southampton themselves have made a lot more. Number 15 has been doing a fair bit, but look at how narrow they're going down this left wing to Billio, as my granddad would say. So we're going to close down short goalkeeper distribution because they're playing it out from the back. We're also going to sorry, again, cat stuff. One sec. That's what I wanted to do in terms of attacking play, but there's also some positional changes I wanted to make. That was to move Kovacic... Oh, that's the wrong button. Was to move Kovacic back to play as a defensive winger and on defend, and also put Leicester in as a cover player to get in behind and really close that little area down. Is Kovacic already set to close down more? Shoot less often, close down much more. Okay, that's fine. Is Toure set to tackle harder? He is. Okay, maybe Kovacic get him on tackle harder as well. Is he already on tackle harder? Or can we not? No, we can't do that for that role. Okay, fair enough. I wish you could be a bit more... I wish there was more control over that. It doesn't feel like you can control as much anymore. Aga, we're going to go down that way. Nygaard, I might actually put him on attack as well, since they are using that wing so rarely. Right, that's our plan for the second half. Let's see how we do. I feel like it's a decent idea because they are so dominant on this wing because, I don't know, they just seem to have an obsession with that wing. So if we can try and get some play down that right-hand side, they've gone so narrow. Look at that. That's very interesting. They've changed their system up so much at half-time. That's almost like the sort of system you'd revert to when you get a man sent off. So we need to be very careful here that we don't screw this up. As much as I would say, yeah, we'd take a point, I actually don't think I would. Southampton are having poor form right now, and we need to make sure that we kick them while they're down, so to speak. Right. Again, a lot of gaps, which means I want to... I'm actually tempted to drop Fabio in there as the false 9, because Mealy's not really that good in that position, and I might actually turn Mealy into a target man on attack. Then we can aim some... Do we really want a false 9 and a target man? That could cause us some problems, actually, because we've got two players that are both there to sort of support roles rather than creative roles, which means... well, that's perfect timing in a way. We're going to get Murphy in, and I'm also going to get in Sam Farmer. I'm just going to quickly show you guys. Oh, we can't from this menu. Okay, fair enough. Right, so Radic Mealy off. I'm going to get Colin Murphy on, and we'll switch him over, switch him back to being an advanced forward on attack again. Also, when I was watching Foxy's video about analysing those stats, I actually went back to the last game of last season and had a little look at the stats of the players. I just basically loaded up the old save, had a little look at them, and I noticed that, for example, Colin Murphy is so much better at winning tackles than Lyle Taylor, and that is why we were winning the ball much higher up the pitch when Murphy was on the pitch than when Taylor was on the pitch. The other thing I noticed is that Verlinden wasn't actually completing a lot of crosses, despite getting a decent number of assists for the games he played. It's because often what he was doing was he was cutting inside and playing long balls over the backline instead. Toure's into the box here. Can he slip it through? Fabio's onside. Goes to Colin Murphy, and it is 2-0 to Wimbledon. Wimbledon 2, Southampton 0. Home form works. We need to get better away from home. Our home form at the moment is looking really good. We got a little bit lucky here. Toure slips it through. Fabio again with the presence to slip this across instead of shooting. I think Fabio might be the reason that we have a chance at staying in the Premier League this year. He's got great assists. He's got great goals. He's got a lot in his game that is important. Lanzini, go on, get that clearance. Berisha, Wanyama, he's offside. And I think we would deserve the win if we were to get it. But we do need to figure out a way to play away from home. That is so important, because we can't rely on winning all of our home games, because for a start, we're not. We're looking better, because look what we did against City and against Liverpool. You know, these are... And then look at what we did away at Chelsea. The only time we've looked solid on the road was away at Arsenal. That's literally the only game that we've looked even vaguely good. I'm going to bring on Masek for Jake Reeves, just to try and strengthen that area, because Reeves is looking a little bit knackered. We've got 10 minutes. We're playing well, and I've got to say, I know this could be, like, the poison chalice here, but I just don't think that they've offered anything when they changed to this system in the second half. The only chance we've seen from them was that free kick. And I think we've been a solid performance today. Kovacic, ball in, cleared away to Farmer. I'd love for him to score his first goal. I'll show you guys Sam Farmer after the episode. But just remember, guys, because I see people telling me to do stuff like, oh, can you do this in the next episode? No, I can't, because I record sometimes I'm like 5 or 6 episodes ahead of you. Fabio and he's in for 3-0. Wimbledon 3, Southampton 0. Fabio's man of the match by an absolute mile. He's got 9 goals in 11 Premier League matches. It doesn't matter where Fabio plays. What in the name of God is going on? Hi, can someone call the electricity company? Hi, yeah, guys, can we turn the lights back on? That'd be fantastic. What was that? That's mental. Wimbledon 3, Southampton 0. I don't know what's happened there, but I don't really care because we're 3-0 up against Southampton. And long ball over the top, Fabio will chase, but it won't matter because we are going to win 3-0 against Southampton, who, let's face it, are still a bloody good side. Wimbledon 3, Southampton 0. Happy days, folks. Happy bloody days. Right, so I just want to quickly show you Sam Farmer while we're here. This is him. And for me, at 16 years old, look at his stats for a 16-year-old. Would you have signed him? I paid 3.1 million for him. I know he's from the MK Dons, but yeah, okay, you could look at it as, oh, you've taken a player from your main rivals, or you could look at it as you've taken a player from your from your biggest rival. So for me, I see that as a good thing, basically. And plus, he looks like he's got hella potential. Look at the stamina, 16 stamina already. Some of these mental stats for a 16-year-old are off the chart. 17 bravery, I'm loving. Decent decisions as well. Tackling is 15. He's so good, and I cannot wait to see what he develops into. I think this guy could be the Kieran Griffiths of this save if things progress like that. Anyway, let's get back into the match. We can be very, very pleased. And that moves us up to 13th place. Actually 2 points above the relegation zone now, which is superb. And there's a lot of teams around us that we're capable of beating, I feel like. At least at home. And we need to do better away from home. That is infinitely clear to me. It's just a question of figuring out what I can do. So, I'm opening the floor up. What do you think we can change about our tactic? And I don't want to change it too much because we do still want to make sure that we're fluid. And I don't want a completely different tactic because we can't build one from the ground up in the middle of a Premier League season. I can't afford to be experimenting that much in away games. We still need to be kind of building off a good base. So what do you think we can change about that away tactic to try and make us more solid away from home, basically? Now, obviously, I won't be able to make any changes immediately because, of course, I don't... You know how it is. There's always a delay. But still, I'm very interested in your opinions on what we can do with this tactic here. So there we go, guys. If you have enjoyed this episode, I really hope that you have. In the next episode, we're probably going to do the Everton game at home because there's actually, I mean, I know that that's the 16th of December. That's over a month away. So of course we did like 6 games in this episode, so it's been quite a lot. Anyway, guys, if you have liked this episode, then please do drop a like on the video. That would be superb. And if you'd like to even more than that, please do subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Hopefully, more happy ones like this in your inbox every single day at 7 o'clock. And I will join you guys in the next episode for a home game against Everton. I'd like to think we can win that potentially. We've got Watford and Fulham away games to go to. If we can get some points there, I feel there's a real hope of us actually staying up, and it will be superb. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.